Hello, welcome to the Theater of Football. Thank you for joining us. Today we are previewing this weekend's FA Cup Quarterfinal action. Today I'm joined by Patrick Heinrich. Patrick, how did you celebrate Liverpool's title?
I celebrated Liverpool's title by sending a nonchalant, snippy text to one of our good friends that is a Liverpool supporter. And that is how I supported it, by letting one Liverpool fan know that I was mildly excited by their victory.
Yes, I think we had the same reaction. I limited my text to that same person I believe we're talking about to 8 characters, so I'll let the audience figure out what those 8 characters were. Congratulations to those players. Doesn't seem like a rotten egg in the bunch, so I'm happy for them as much as I can be as a Man United fan. We'll push ahead to another competition that I've loved since I was a kid, and that is the FA Cup. And you might say, why do I love that as an American? Well, this was the first competition I was really introduced to as an American on our cable television. So it does hold a special place in my heart for that. And I've always found it intriguing. Also, today is our third video via video conference. This is not just because we live 100 miles apart from each other. This is because for the past week, there's been another spike in COVID-19 cases reported. And for the foreseeable future, it makes more sense to do these videos apart from one another, even though I love being by Patrick's side. We hope wherever you're watching that you're safe and well taken care of. So that's the reason for that. So, but pushing ahead to this weekend's FA Cup action, we got 4 games. We got Norwich, Man City. Gosh, Norwich, Man United on Saturday.
How dare you?
I know, Patrick. Wrong with me. Gosh, I still got Man City in the mind from watching them just fall apart yesterday at Chelsea, I guess. But
yeah, they kind of crushed our souls a little bit.
I had given up. I'd resigned myself to Liverpool winning a long time ago. But the fact that Man City wasn't at least able to salvage a draw out of that and help us out in our European Cup qualification was not good, and not pleased with that. But as far as back to the FA Cup, I'll stay on topic here. We got Norwich, Man United on Saturday. We got Newcastle, Man City on Sunday, along with Sheffield United, Arsenal, and Leicester City, Chelsea as well on Sunday. So good set of matches. Patrick, when this draw was made, I was really intrigued by Arsenal's trip to Bramall Lane and also Chelsea's trip to the King Power Stadium. Given the form of Sheffield United and Leicester City, should my excitement be dampened at all?
Well, your excitement should definitely be dampened for the Sheffield Arsenal game. I think one thing that we've learned is that Sheffield has not gotten back in rhythm. I expect that to be another less technical showing of the Blades. So I probably wouldn't hang my hat on that match for the weekend. But the Leicester Chelsea game should be very exciting and likely the game of the weekend.
I agree with that. I think the Leicester-Chelsea match will still be exciting. Sheffield United, Arsenal, who knows? Arsenal's form hasn't been great since the resumption of play either. So who knows what you're going to get there? But given that here where we live, that game starts at 7:30 in the morning. If I happen to find a nice bottle of wine and I sleep in a little bit, then so be it.
Yeah. Well, I should retract my previous statement that the game of the weekend will be Manchester United and Norwich. That's the game that I will be watching without it.
Right. You got that. We'll both be watching that without a doubt. With that game, I'd like to give you a rundown of the team news, if I could. Unfortunately, I watched Ole's press conference today, and I watched it, but I won't be watching it again because the first half, journalists just reworded the same question about Liverpool probably 3 or 4 times, and then the second half, they asked him questions as if we're already in the finals, which as a superstitious person, I hate because I don't want to take anything for granted. So Patrick, I know Norwich sit bottom of the league, but given the Canaries went to London in the previous round and beat Tottenham when there were still fans in the stadium, shouldn't this game be taken a little more seriously?
Oh, absolutely. I think it should be taken more seriously or given, any sort of attention at all in the press conference. So by spending the entire time, hassling Solskjaer about the Liverpool winning, I think more attention could have been spent to, hey, what are you planning on doing in this upcoming match? And, it's the same exact question, like, how do you consider, this upcoming match with Norwich to be an issue? And, that's what I would expect a press conference to be more about, instead of just lording this news of victory of Liverpool over a visibly frustrated manager.
Yeah, the repeated Liverpool questions kind of made Solskjaer look like he was attending a proctologist appointment. But he did get in a little bit of team news. He did say that Lingard missed on Wednesday because he was ill. So expect Lingard to be in the 20 in some capacity, whether that excites you or not. That's and then also he did say beyond Lingard there would be a few other changes. I expect there to be more than a few. Patrick, is there one player in particular maybe for tomorrow's game you're excited to see?
Yeah, well, I totally expect that Martial will get a rest after his game this week in his brilliant hat trick. I definitely would be excited and expect to see Ighalo starting out in front. The 10 minutes he got in the game this week was not enough for me. Got to see him play a whole match. So I'm really anxious to get him see him starting.
Yeah, I love Odeon, so it'll be great to
right.
see him. We've already in our short existence talked a little bit about David De Gea and Sergio Romero. Sergio Romero 100% will start tomorrow, even though Ole didn't specifically say that in the press conference, but he has started all the cup matches all year long and all the Europa League matches. So expect him to start barring a late injury of some sort. So it'll be interesting to see how he does. But yes, I am definitely looking forward to seeing Odeon play up top.
Yeah. And if you want to go back and revisit our conversation, if you're new to the channel and want to go back and check out our conversation we've had about De Gea, I'd say check out some of those previous episodes where we went into some great detail about our thoughts about him. But I agree, happy to see Romero starting in goal.
Yes, especially to Patrick's point, our post Tottenham video, we can go into depth about both Sergio Romero and Dean Henderson in regards to David De Gea. So. That'll be interesting to see. Moving forward, Patrick, I have a little thing for you here.
Oh.
So before we wrap up or anything like that, I want to shift gears. So
okay, you're scaring me.
I recently visited you at your as you saw in the video that we filmed. It was at Patrick's new beautiful house. That you purchased recently, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right, so
undisclosed fee.
You say that like a club that should spot a player, but so that's perfect. But I don't. When you went to buy a house, I don't suppose you hired Paul Pogba as your real estate agent, did you?
I don't believe I did. It would have been very sneaky if Paul Pogba had been my real estate agent, but I did not.
You did not. Okay. Well, the reason why I bring it up is because I came across this evening. Bruno Fernandes was on a show called The Dial-Up, presented by Soccer Bible, and Bruno said that when I'll just read off the quote I got. I didn't watch the whole video, but this is what I got. He said something to the extent of when I arrived, Paul came with a book and said, "Where do you want to live? What price do you want to pay? House or apartment?" That day he showed me a list and I chose 3 or 4 houses. The next day he said, "Tomorrow we'll go check out every house." So I just hope that when you bought your house, you got the Paul Pogba quality real estate service that he gave to Bruno Fernandes.
Well, if he has the same creativity and drive that he has on the pitch and he does in real estate, then I'm sure he gave a great experience. I don't know that I got the full Paul Pogba experience. Honestly, I feel deprived now. I feel like I need to call him up and say, I'm going to be looking again, in, I don't know, 15 years. Can I book you now just to get it out of the way?
If I'm ever fortunate enough to move to the northwest of England, I know who I'm giving a call right away if I'm buying a house or an apartment.
That's right.
And Paul Pogba has it covered. But, I thought that was just a cute story because there's a lot of people in the media, mainly like former players, that just want to make Paul Pogba out to be some type of terrible person that he really is, and he's just a person like all of us. So
that should be his slogan. Paul Pogba has you covered.
Paul Pogba has you covered. That's right. in all aspects of life, he's got you covered. I thought that story was cute. So thanks Patrick for playing along. And Patrick's house is beautiful, so he did it. However route he went, he did a great job. Well,
thank you, Mike.
You're welcome. The curtain is now closing on the theater of football. For Patrick, I'm Mike. If you enjoyed today's video, then support the theater by liking, leaving your takes, or subscribing. And I hope you enjoy this weekend's match. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Cheers.